Hey guys, welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news and technical analysis. Now, I'm your host Martin, and this is episode 312, Technical Analysis Edition. Now, if you're catching this stream live, welcome, and if you're catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please leave us a comment below. We really want to know what you're thinking. Now, if you want to be up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and that bell so you're notified when we go live. If you're going to keep on chatting with us, once the stream is done, you can join us on Discord. Links in the description, guys. So there's a link to the amazing articles I've covered here. And now you can actually get the links because I'm back on YouTube. Finally, after like almost 2 months of not being here, YouTube decided to reverse their decision to like really terminate the channel. And they basically came back and gave us the channel back. And, they said, yeah, they agreed that it was a false claim that someone made. And basically, we're back, and they did that on Twitter, right? So I was going to do a stream yesterday, and I was going to actually start streaming on YouTube, but I got super busy with work, and I really had no time, for reals, to do a stream. I ended up working until very late, but today I'm here, and that is what matters, and I'm back on YouTube. Now, I'm still streaming. I'm still got to get my setup ready for YouTube. I'm actually restreaming to YouTube, and when I do that, a lot of the stuff I used to do pre-work, I now have to do it while I'm going live, so it takes me a little bit longer to set up because I'm using the Restream IO, and basically I cannot preset the stream. Stream IO sets the stream a certain way, which is not the way I like it. So after I go live, I have to go back and really quickly fix everything up. So it just takes me a little bit longer to get everything ready. And just for FYI, right, you're gonna see this a little bit weird. I'm still connected to Twitch primarily. On OBS, I have not made YouTube again my primary stream platform too, and I need to change that. I think I'm going to do that tomorrow because I need to run some tests and make sure everything's going to run smoothly. I really didn't want to put a chink on the stream and then make it be slower or be less than what I used to do. Anyways, it says use a keyframe frequent for seconds or less. Current keyframes are not being sent often enough. All right, that's probably something to do with Restream. I'm getting an error also here. If I start getting errors on YouTube, I'm probably going to have to stop using Restream, which means I'm going to struggle to send to the other platforms. I got to figure out how that's going to happen. Jill Torian, good news for you. You're going to get... where is this? You're going to get promoted because I got no modes on Twitch, and I know you've been here and you've been constant, so... You've been made a mod, so cool. Now you got a little sword next to your name. Yeah, no worries, because Bitcoin Jake mods for me, and he helps me out with the channel on YouTube, so now you got made a mod. Awesome. Thank you guys for being here. I'm not sure who's watching on YouTube. It does say I have a couple people live. Thank you guys for being awesome and for being here and for being part of this awesome community. With that said, let's jump on to the technicals and let's get the show on the road. I did send a small update to you guys yesterday on Discord. So if you're watching me live there or you follow the Discord, you got an update saying that we're going to go to 11,900. And we hit that target yesterday and we're still hitting that target today. We're just rejecting it, right? And that's something that we're going to talk about once we get there. But if you are on the State of Crypto Discord, and GL Torin, I know you asked about the State of Crypto and how everything got listed. Well, if you actually go onto the YouTube channel for the State of Crypto, you're going to notice that everything I do gets listed and all the articles are there, right? And all the tipping links and everything, all the disclaimers and everything that doesn't show up on the other streaming platforms is there. So with that said, let's jump on to and start getting this show on the road, right? So we're looking here. We're going to get market cap. I was going to show you guys the Discord real quick just to clarify that we did go live and state that, right? Bitcoin 11,700. It's potential targeting 11,900, right? I was looking at a major move of this potential triangle, which we hit today, right? I did say there was not going to be a stream, confirm no stream. I said potential targeting 11,000. Cool, we hit the target. Yay, it was around 5. We hit and rejected. Now we're trying to hit again. And it seems like we're rejecting, right? And we're going to get to that when we get to Bitcoin. But right now, market cap, what is happening? Yesterday, we didn't have a lot of movement. That's why it wasn't so key for me to come to do a stream. And I was okay with just, I was trying to come in later when I finish work, but I just finished like around 2 or 3 in the morning. So it was no way I was going to do a stream at that time. But yesterday we had an indecision there, right? We didn't have a lot of movement. We have a spinning top on market cap. Money came in, money went out. We ended up gaining very little, 0.22%. Basically, we just went up $751 million. Right now, we're seeing that same move, right? We're getting a small move, 0.85%, getting 2.95 billion, sitting at a market cap of $351.42 billion. Is that good? Not necessarily. Right now, we're going higher here, and you're going to see that this is orange. I've been doing stuff today with the charts and yesterday while I was away, or when I was not doing a stream. And that's why you're seeing things a little bit different, right? You're going to see stuff on the charts. Anyways, with this, right, we're going higher we're getting more price coming in, but we're lower on that MACD and we're lower on that RSI. We're still overbought, but that means that there's a chance we could break down and start losing some of that money right now. Right now, that's what this would be indicating at this point in time. Now, if this manages to keep on pumping and this manages to keep on rising, if it manages to get above this area, we're not going to have it. But right now we have it, and we got to acknowledge it because it's really going to take a lot of movement to the upside to get rid of this strong bearish divergence, and for us to get rid of it. And so it's going to take a wild move to the upside. I'm not sure we're going to get that wild move today. We're overbought. We got to cool off a little bit. Money has been flowing into the cryptosphere. Look, we haven't got a proper pullback. We got a pullback here, but we haven't gotten proper pullback, right? Although we've been going up, we haven't consolidated properly. We're still up sloping, and while that is fine, it gets exhausting. And with that exhaustion, we tend to get price action to the downside, right? Or we get crashes coming in. Now, with all these things mentioned, let's move on to Bitcoin and see what's happening. Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin is gaining a little bit of dominance. Yesterday it lost a little bit, right? 0.08 two days ago, or yesterday, actually, technically yesterday. Gained 1.23, but remember, market already closed, so we have 20 hours and 48 minutes to go on today, which for the market will be Friday. So we're starting Friday. It's going green. We're gaining what we lost yesterday in dominance. That is fine. It's in at 62.39% of market cap. I really want to see Bitcoin go lower. We know that when Bitcoin's lower in market cap, usually the whole cryptosphere does better. And such is the case that Bitcoin has lost market cap, and all coins are flourishing, right? So it's good for the cryptosphere for Bitcoin to not be so dominant. Now let's look at Bitcoin. What's going on with the price of Bitcoin? We had our move down. We hit our bounce at 10,547. We knew there was an area we could bounce. Sitting at 11,875 right now. Let's go to the other chart that we were looking at, right? This chart. Look, yesterday I was looking at this, and we were struggling to keep above this line. Remember how we drew this upsloping channel about two days ago? And we said, look, we're going to try to see if we hold it. Here we did. We kind of broke down to the downside a little bit. More or less, we've been getting respect for the mid part of the channel, and I could try to adjust a little bit, right? And I might get better touch points, like if I go there, right? But we do get respect for the mid parts of the channel and areas that we should be bouncing as we move to the next area. So we a couple days ago, let's say on August the 1st, we managed to get up above the 50% line. We kind of lost it the day after. We slowly started to climb using other supports that we have right now. It gets a little bit cluttered. That's why I don't like to have too much stuff on the charts, but it's good that we have these indicators because then we know where we can go. So we broke to the upside again yesterday. So yeah, yesterday we did go up on August the 5th, 5%. Then we moved down. We're hitting a bounce here. Again, I got to pinpoint it, right, a little bit. And but we do get a bounce here. And I was struggling because I was like, man, was this going to hold? And now we've fallen into this area where we're hitting resistance at 11,920. And we know the highest point we got was 11,921. So very, very slightly above that 11,928. Sorry, slightly below. And with that, if we ignore that wick and you just follow this line and just follow this upsloping line, right, from the upsloping channels that we traced, you can see that we're falling into a triangle, right? You might be asking what triangle. I'll just draw it like this. This line here and this line there, right? So again, upsloping line, right? And then the line going sideways. So that triangle, it's an upsloping triangle. You know, there's a chance we're going to start tightening within that range until we explode. We got to gauge what else we're going to start building before we actually call for a move. Now, as you can tell, also on the daily, we're starting to go slightly higher. Interesting? Yes, it's interesting, Giltorian. Because we are going to start probably targeting on that range, right? We managed to get above this area. We're struggling to get above 11,928. We got to figure out what Bitcoin wants to do. Again, high, higher high, positive to less positive, and high on the other side to negative on the other side, so lower on the other side, right? Still overbought at 73.31, and waiting for Bitcoin to really determine where it wants to go. We're creating strong bearish divergence on the daily. With that said, with that other move that I was talking about, it's over here. I have it on the 1 hour. We drew it a while back. I just haven't really been coming back and touching on it. I think I drew it on August the 4th. I just didn't come back and touch it on August the 5th or something like that. Or maybe I drew it on August the 3rd, right? But we know we had this triangle out, and it was a chance that it could play it out. We talked about it once. Sometimes I don't look at all the charts that we have charted, and sometimes I do draw different things on the charts. Right, like this one, right? With this on the 4-hour chart, we did hit a measure move to the upside. We already hit this measure move from this potential falling wedge. Again, you could argue that it could become a rising wedge, and I think we kind of played with that idea, right? What rising wedge are we talking about? Well, that movement there and that movement there, right? And those usually tend to break to the downside. Now, we decided to do it as a falling wedge because we know the sentiment was bullish, the trend was bullish, and there's a chance that bullish indicators are going to play out. So we did manage to break to the upside, managed to resist 11,453, managed to hold support 11,120. From there, we managed to go up, get above the 20, take a bounce. Again, close just at 11,453, open there, managed to get above that mid part, right, of the upsloping channels that we drew, right, that equidistant channels. And with that, we're moving higher. And then today, we hit rejection at 11,920.75. Again, $8 away from our target. And again, today, 11,921, a couple dollars away from our target. We know there's resistance there, right? That's why we're not worried. But we already hit 11,900, right? And that's the target that we had. Now, I'm not sure if you can see this on the 4-hour. No, on the 4-hour, we can't see it here. It's going to be on other time scale. It's going to be on this chart, but on the other chart, but on a shorter time scale, the 1 hour. With that, what are we doing, man? Are we doing something interesting? Let's see. We're 36.35 on the MACD over here, and over here we're at 45. So 36, 45. We're coming in lower, right? So high, lower high, right? And I'm just going to anchor this to the 4-hour. There's the comment coming out here somewhere. So let me make sure where, so I can address that. And, we're going from low to high, right? So again, we're creating this hidden bearish divergence that could potentially bring price action to the downside, or at least stalling at this area. So we're hitting hidden bearish divergence at an area of resistance, and that could potentially start getting price action to the downside. We could move down here again. On the shorter time scales, we could probably develop bullish divergence and then try to go for another run and try to break 11,900. Geoturn, I think another breakout to the upside is a possibility soon. That's a good question. I'm going to address it, but let me first finish the 1 hour. And while we get our data from the 1 hour, we'll make a call, right? So let's go to the 1 hour. Did I forget to anchor this on the daily? Yeah, I forgot to anchor stuff on the daily. Sorry, guys. For some reason, the daily sometimes doesn't want to stay there and wants to come and play on different time scales. It's just weird. So we do got a couple people watching. I'm not sure who's watching. We have like 7 people on YouTube. Awesome, guys. Thank you for joining us back on YouTube, by the way. I'm really, really humbled that you guys come back here and join us. Also, the guys watching on Twitter, DLive, and Periscope, thank you guys for being supportive of the community. And, the YouTube, I'm so happy that you guys came back after we got banned for a while. Probably, if you weren't aware of that, you're probably wondering what happened with the channel. And why all of a sudden I stopped streaming, right? Because we ended up breaking up midstream. Troy, I'm not sure if Troy knows we're back on YouTube, but I hope so. Troy's a good member of the community. And he was one of the first ones to ask me when we were going to get back here, or if I had gotten my YouTube back. He actually asked that, I think, last week. So let me anchor this here on the 1 hour chart. And we're going to be able to tell here is we're going from a high to a higher high, from positive momentum to less positive momentum. We're creating strong bearish divergence, potential action to the downside, and we have that also happening on the RSI, going from overbought to bought. Right now we're sitting bought again at 60.50, and something that I'm worried about, right, is we're going to probably go slightly higher, right, probably again try to go for that 11,900, but by the time we get there, we're going to go from here to here maybe, and we're going to go from here either to negative, right, or to a very small positive momentum. And we could be targeting from here to a lower point on the RSI and creating strong bearish divergence again and moving down. Remember, we're bullish, so we are managing to hold on to a 20 better, right? Well, that's why this moved down. We managed to carry on the 20. We're still using the 20 as support, trying to take off, finding resistance, and that's what's breaking us down. Now, just keep that in mind as you set up your trades, that we could have a strong barrier at 11,900, and then again, we're going to have psychological resistance at 12,000, right? So with that said, I'm going to get rid of these lines. They haven't played out yet. This is a possibility. Again, this divergence, right? We can track it all the way up. Yeah, we can track it there and then pause it. That's fine. Right now we're setting neutral at 59.91. Again, it's trying to determine what it wants to do. With that said, is there a chance that we can break to the upside? If we manage to get above 11,928, I do believe there's a chance that we could still go higher. Right? Look, this is a measure move I sent on Twitter. Oh, sorry, on Discord. Right? This, and look at that, man. That measure move, the top of the measure move, it's 11,192. And we, of course, have managed to get to 11,892. I'll actually do this. Alt H, and I'll grab this line and put it where I need it. 11,892, right? Somewhere around there. And as you can tell, we managed to reject it twice, right? So again, I knew 11,900 was very close to that. It was, a couple bucks away. That's why I targeted 11,800. It was going to be a for sure thing that if we got there, we're probably try to get above there. We haven't been able to get above that line, right, and close above that line. So again, I just want to show you that we do have this charted out, and we had it for a while now. At least somewhere on here, I think. And we said, look, where would a potential triangle on YouTube? And I think we talked about that on the 4th. Maybe, or I think we might have talked about that on the 4th. Look, potential triangle could potentially break to the upside. We actually left this move to the upside because we're being bullish, and we did manage to get above there. So with that said, go back to this chart. Again, 11,920 is the first target. If we manage to get above that, we could really, and we managed to confirm closing above that, we could be heading for 12,800 and this area here, 300 and change, I think it is. I can't see it very well. I need to zoom out more. Probably in the 4 hour, I'm going to be able to see it. 12,354, right? That's what we have that next target at. Once we break above that, we're probably going to find resistance of the upsloping channel, right, at 75%. So whatever we hit it, before we get to the next target, which should be, I think, 13,000 and change, right? 13,400. So it should be sort of smooth sailing if we break above 12,000. But failing here at 11,928 could potentially put us on target for a movement to the downside, right? We could come here and find support on these 50% line of the upsloping channel. But if we fail that, we have the 20 to look forward to, right, as support. And if we fail the 20, we do have 11,453. So when you set up your trades, you kind of have to see what might happen with the market and plan accordingly, right? So you have to have your plan. So if that happens, or if this happens, then I'm going to open a position here, and I'm going to exit at this point in time. But if this other thing happens, then I'm going to take an exit, or I might be looking at taking some profit, or, taking a stop loss, or whatever it is that you guys want to do as you are setting up your trades. That is for Bitcoin. So you asked me, Andrew, how's it going, man? Finally, yes, bro, I got my channel back. So thank you for being here, Andrew. Jill Tarney, if we don't break up soon, then the correction move could be coming soon. That's how you see it. Well, yeah, we are within a sort of triangle, like we said, and we're going to have to break that triangle at some point in time, right? We could keep on tightening here. We move down, right? Hit 11,600, try to go up and tighten the range. I had called for a range here, if you remember, of 11,000 to 11,500, which we actually, I had the lines already, 11,453 and 11,120. And I said, look, these are targets, right? That's the channel that we could probably start moving sideways on. And we did move there for about 2 days, I think, or 3 days before we actually broke to the upside. And we knew that if we we're going to break above this area, we're going to very quickly go to 11,928. And we talked about that even last time when we were breaking up here. And we said, look, if we break above this area, we're going to very quickly go here. Or when we broke above here, 10,800, I said we can very quickly go here and maybe even here, right? So I remember it was one day where in less than 18 hours, we managed to get to the next target. It's good, man. It's good that we're having the moves. It's good that the market is bullish. It is helping. Andrew, thank you for joining us again, man. I'm sorry. Look, the YouTube banner channel for a while, someone reported it as spam or something. And we got taken down for like 2 months. It wasn't until I went on Twitter, and so for some reason someone posted something about the scams. And I said, look, my channel got banned for being a scam or something, or for not complying with the guidelines. And, that wasn't true. And, the scam channels are still here. And with that, they managed to give me back my channel in like a day after I appealed. That was amazing, dude. It was so quickly. It was so cool, too. Anyways, I'm excited to be back. Can I look at EOS? Yes, dude, I'll look at EOS. Right now, the way we're flowing, because we've been streaming in other platforms, right? So you follow us on Twitter, you know that we've been streaming to Periscope, Twitch, DLive, at some point in time even Mixer. The way it's flowing right now, we go Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Litecoin, Binance, Cardano, DVT, and then after DVT, I'll do EOS for sure, man, right? I'll put it on the list so I can write it down. EOS. Benny, how's it going, man? Thank you for being here and thank you for joining us tonight, man. I really appreciate it. And, yeah, thank you guys for joining me. It's so cool, man. It's so cool to see so many faces back here on YouTube and joining us back for the stream. Anyways, we targeted 11,900. We've hit it. Now what's going to happen? We already talked about the possibilities to the upside and the downside, right? We were very clear that we're going to get to this area on the Discord, right? We did say it yesterday at 11 in the morning, targeting 11,900. So you knew there was going to get that. We're going to get that move. With that said, let's go on Ethereum, right? Let's see what's happening with Ethereum. It's very high on market cap, 12.66. Inflation of the US dollar is helping the market go up. How did I get back? Well, that is a very interesting question. Twitter. That's how I got back. I think the whole story's on Twitter. The problem is just that so many stuff has been going on Twitter that I'm going to have to struggle a little bit to find that notification. Just give me one quick second. I'll show you how I got back. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. There we go. So Leonidas plays this thing about crypto scams, and how YouTube was not doing anything, and that the Ripple lawsuit was they were asking for the dismissal of the Ripple lawsuit. And I did go and say I agree, keep on reporting the scams but no results. However, YouTube decided to terminate my channel, which was legit and provided actual crypto information to the news and viewers, terminating it on the false claim that it violated community guidelines. Then YouTube came in and say, also, if you think the channel was suspended in error, you can directly appeal via email. We send you more information here. And then I said, look, I appealed approximately 2 months ago. I know the YouTube team is busy. I'm still waiting for a reply. And then he'd say, sorry to hear about that. We'll pass this along and get back to you as soon as possible, as soon as we know more. I appreciate your continued patience. That was on August the 2nd. And then they came back on August the 4th and said, update. Whenever it's brought to our attention, we act quickly to reinstate the content. Upon reviewing, we have reinstated your channel. Thank you for bringing this to our attention. I did get back and said, look, thank you very much for your prompt reply in action. Glad to see everything got sorted out and you found everything to your satisfaction. To reinstate the channel and its content. Thanks again for allowing us to continue growing on your platform. I'm not a douche. I am grateful to them that they got me the channel back, and that they took the time to reply to me, because they could have just ignored it, right? They got so much stuff going on there that they could have decided to ignore this and really not gotten back to us. But it's good that they did, and I'm glad they did, and I'm glad that they helped me out to get this channel out here again and be able to bring you the content, which is amazing. So 2 months off here, and now we're back. With that said, Ethereum sitting at $396.58. What is in store for Ethereum? Let's go on the daily. We've been struggling with this area. We talked about consolidation. We said we could bounce between this area for a little bit, 418 to 364. I know it's a broad range. We could try and tighten it. But right now we could get wild moves. Again, we're still managing to create bearish divergence, right? We're going higher, we're coming in lower, price action to the downside. We have not hit that with strength, or at least enough to get us back into the neutral zone, or at least to bought area, right? We're still overbought, sitting at 80.36, and that is going to get exhausting at some point in time for the market. And we could get a crash or a flash crash happening again, and we could potentially even target the 20 at 326. With Bitcoin Jack, I was talking about targeting 364 at first because it is a support, and Bitcoin Jack was talking about targeting probably 340 change. I can't remember exactly a number, but we didn't get close to here, and we started to take a bounce. Now we're creating divergence. We're failing to go higher, and that is something that's really bringing my attention to this. There's two ways we're gonna cool off the RSI. We either consolidate sideways here, right, and with that sideways consolidation, we'll cool off on the RSI and probably also on the MACD, or we just take a quick movement down, cool off here, and then try to go for a rally. That could happen if we manage to move to $364. With that said, like I said, we're overbought at 80.35. There's really nothing else happening here on the daily. So let's go to the 4 hour again. That bearish divergence, right? We could try to I'll just finish this. We're gonna try to pump again real quick. Try to make a higher high, but we're probably gonna be making still less positive momentum and be lower on that RSI. And with that, we could potentially break down on strong bearish divergence. Now, with that said, there's a comment, Jill Torian. Why did it ban me? They said that I was breaking community guidelines. Someone actually, the first thing it said, it was that I was posting dangerous content. Content that could be self-harmful or inflict harm, be related to mafia or something else, and that I was only able to post that stuff. It was going to be for educational purposes. So I think someone flagged the channel. You know, someone might have stepped in, didn't like me, and just flagged the channel without knowing how much harm they could do. But yeah, that was the reason. And then that was a warning I got. And supposedly you get 3 strikes and you're out, or 4 strikes and you're out. So I got like a pre card, right? Like let's say a yellow card. Could have been the racist YouTuber leaving bad comments. Maybe, dude. There's people that I'm not sure. People can leave bad comments, you know. What I do know is that anyone can flag the channel for anything, right? So if someone doesn't like what I do, they can come in, flag the channel, and that's it. I'm tagged, and YouTube has to take the channel down. They did give me a warning, and I appealed the warning because they stopped the stream live. And within 30 minutes of the stream going down, they removed the channel, right? And they said that it was because I was breaking community guidelines, which I wasn't, because everything that we do here is legit. We talk news. I give my opinion, which I believe I'm entitled to. I'm not rallying people or inciting people to do certain things. The music that we do play, it's listed, right? It's giving credit to the author of the music on YouTube. We do post that we get the music from TechnoAxe, and we do post a link to the articles, right? So even if we're showing them, we're not plagiarizing, because we're showing where the links come from and where the articles are coming from, so that if you guys want to check them out as well, you can check them out as well. There's no articles today because there's no news, but you know, the whole thing is that we're doing things right, and unfortunately someone didn't like it. It got taken down, you know. There's not much I can do about that except appeal, and I like the fact that I was able to appeal it, and that YouTube was willing to hear us out, even though it took a little bit longer than I was expecting. But you know, I think right now with how much stuff goes down and how much things get banned, it does take him a lot of time to go through every single appeal, right? It's like probably hundreds of appeals going there. Anyways, Benny, I hope that answers your question. Now, welcome back for great ideas and help. Thanks. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for that. Jill Torian, fiat supply has been significantly increased to stimulate the economy. Trust fiats as a store of value is super low, hence gold is surging up. Yes, yeah, and there's still fears about what's going to happen, right? Because we have not seen the actual fallout from COVID-19. There's countries that are still dealing with that, and there's that second wave coming up. So I think there's a lot of people that are having that. He says, wow, YouTube attitude is banned now, and ask questions later. So yeah, I'm not sure, man. I think they did it because someone flagged the channel. So, you know, there's really nothing I can do there. With that, let's go to Ethereum. On the 4-hour, high, lower high, positive, negative, high, low. Again, you know, nothing I can see here. From here to here, right? We're going slightly higher on the 4-hour, right? Not like Bitcoin, where we're going from the peak to a new high. Remember, alts were pumping a lot better than other coins. So Ethereum managed to pump better than Bitcoin, and then it saw pullback. And right now, Bitcoin's managing to pump, and I think that's why we're seeing that Bitcoin doesn't have this divergence. It's because Bitcoin it's going up, and the alts are just more or less stabilizing to where Bitcoin is reaching at. So we are having a strong bearish divergence against the RSI. We could go against the MACD and also say we can go say positive to negative, right? But I would much rather anchor to a positive momentum island. But if you want to take this as negative momentum, yes, we have negative bearish divergence, potential price action to downside. We move down. We're managing to hold on to a 20. We're getting tightness off the Bollinger Bands, and we know that when we get tightness on the Bollinger Bands, we're going to get an explosive move. Could be to the upside, could be to the downside. We don't know. Volatility just comes back in and it explodes. We can try to gauge where it's going to go by looking at what we have built. So, for example, we had some hidden bullish. Now we're developing strong bearish. We could be targeting a violent move to the downside right now. Unless we have something else in the 1 hour that could be giving us support. But on the 4 hour, Ethereum has managed to cool off and sitting neutral at 58.91. With that said, low, higher, low, negative, less negative, low on the other side, higher on the other side, I think, or even slightly lower. I'll have to confirm. So we'll move that to there. All right, yeah, we're going, I think, slightly. We could technically say we're going low, right? 57 and 56. All right, yeah, we'll do this one. We'll give it credit because we're getting a bounce there. And then there is a possibility that it could play out. We're developing some hidden bullish divergence that could potentially give us a bounce, and we're getting it at a support, right? The 20 simple moving average. With that said, let's go to the 1 hour. What is happening on the 1 hour chart? All right, we developed some bearish divergence here, right? We're going high to higher high on the price, and we're managing to come in lower, right? So high to low. We don't have it against the RSI, but again, strong bearish divergence against the MACD. Action to downside, broke that 20. Try to get there, break it again. Did we manage to go lower here? That would be actually a very, very good thing to see. And we're making the same low. Okay, so opening 394.03, 394.03, right? That you can see that where it says opening right there. It's gonna see 394.03. If I go to this candle, also says 394.03. With that, we know it's a like GL Torn, you asked what the double bottom was, right? I'm not going to call this a double bottom. You usually get those when you have a trend down. But for me, a double bottom has to hit the same price range and then try to get a bounce from there, or close enough to the same range. But when it hits the same price range, it has a better chance of playing out. So when I was looking for a double bottom, I would be looking for something to target prices like this, right? An opening at the same place and a next opening at the same place after an impulse down, right? Again, I'm not going to call this a double bottom. It is not a double bottom. We were not in a downward trend. We're getting slight move downwards. But it's not enough although it's a bullish pattern, it should be going higher, but you know, it's not really a double bottom, all right? I'm just telling you how that usually works. So we got a rally, we hit the 20, we managed to reject it. We usually try to go for lower prices. We failed and we created some bullish divergence. Let me move some papers that I have here. I'm writing what you guys want to look at here. So you said EOS. And with that, like I said, we're making medium bullish. Medium bullish divergence, price action to the upside. We're getting that nice rally coming in. I'm tired, guys. Yesterday was super late for work. I stayed until 3 in the morning, and today it's woke up super early. We had a lot of stuff to do. Now we're going lower. No, low, higher, low, negative, less negative, low on the RSI. We're going lower. 46, 45. All right, so low, slightly lower low. And we're going from a low to high, right? So we can stay hidden bullish, potential action to the upside. Again, that small movement coming up. Jill Turner, I see, thanks. USD CHF, also you can look at that. Yeah, I can look at that. Looks like a double bottom on that one. Yeah, well, I mean, you should want to see double bottoms at the bottom of a trend, right? So you would want to see a double. Let me go on the daily, man. It's going to be easier. All right, you would want to see a double bottom playing out here, right? Like you're coming down in the price, you see the bounce, you come down back down again, and you try to rally, right? You make this W shape, right? That's how I call it bottoms, right? So you make this W shape. But again, look, it's not really a double bottom because we're on an uptrend and we're just getting slight pullback. So I'm not gonna call it a double bottom, right? We're not really moving down that much. But what I just wanted to highlight for you, because you were asking me about the double bottom the other day. Is that for me, when I look for a double bottom, I look for the prices to be more or less in line. So if they're the same price, it has a much stronger chance that it will play out. And if they're skewed a little bit, I mean, the more skewed the pattern is there, and the more it deviates from a textbook pattern or whatever it looks like textbook pattern, the less likely it is to play out, or the less strong it is going to play out, right? Anyways, this is just the same price at the bottom, and it's really not a huge downtrend that we're getting, so I'm not going to call it a formal double bottom. Right now, we'll be worrying about making a double top in a time scale like the daily or the 4 hour. With that said, we're neutral at 51.62. Bitcoin Jake send rockets to the moon. Double bottom in USD CHF. Yeah, we'll look at that, right? Prices tend to be. All right, yeah, we're going to look at that. The franc and the dollar are more or less 1-to-1 usually. So I'm not too worried about them being in some kind of disparity, right? Because they tend to be more or less tied 1-to-1. And I know that because I work for a Swiss company and we report a lot of stuff in Swiss francs, and it's just like we can talk about dollars, and they're close enough that we can say Swiss francs and dollars, and they're more or less the same number. Anyways, neutral at 52.25. Let's go to, that's 1 hour, right? So we just finished Ethereum. Now on Ethereum, just watch out for this, right? I guess we could go there. I mean, I would have liked if we were getting actual touch point there, but you know, and I would have to be ignoring this wick. I'm not sure I want to ignore wicks right now. We could be looking at potential falling wedge, right? Those usually take the break to the upside if we go by the wicks. But if we believe the wicks are FOMO, right, and we ignore that wick, and we want to ignore this wick, and we go like this, we could be looking at a potential downsloping triangle, right? It will be more or less symmetrical, but more downsloping than actual downsloping. For a downsloping triangle, you want more or less a flat line. You actually want a flat line, and then you want to be coming in like that, right? So your bottom line has to be parallel to the, let's say the screen or like the lines here, right? So again, right, it looks a little bit upsloping, very slightly, right? You can say we're starting here down and ending up here high. It'll be symmetrical, but a little bit downsloping, let's say. Now, with that said, let's move over to XRP. We do have a lot of ground to cover, so I'll try to stop stalling. XRP at 0.30 cents, 0.30638, so 30.63 cents. We'll leave it at that right now. It's still trying to gain ground. I haven't closed my XRP position. I was hoping I was going to close it up here. I got greedy and I didn't, and then, you know, I'm waiting for a bounce. We are managing to hold to 29,894, right? We're managing to close above that right now. We're starting to get a pull, and that is fine. I actually have my exit planned for around, you know, slightly higher than here, like 31, 32 cents maybe. Yesterday we did manage to hit 31 cents, but, you know, still waiting to see if we're going to run up a little bit more because Bitcoin is still running. So with that, you know, if we take this line, and like I said, right, we could be looking at this sort of like a pennant, right? We talked about that the other day. And we could be looking at this pennant that could bring continuation to the price action to the upside. Now, the only thing I don't like is that we're overbought, right? We're still overbought at 82.48. And high, lower, high, positive, less positive, you know, high to lower. We're not really making any bearish divergence right now. But we're overbought, and we're just moving sideways. So if we keep on moving sideways, we're going to start to cool off on the RSI. It's on the daily. It's going to take a little bit longer. But with that, I do believe we could get something going on there, right? So I'll leave that potential pennant there. All right, with that, let's go to the 4 hour. And by the way, you requested CHF to the dollar, right? So EOS, CHF, USD. We'll look at that as well. All right, cool. What's going on here, right? We rejected 32,761. We knew it was a resistance. We're moving down again. You know what I told you guys, right? That potential pennant, right? It's this triangle that we're making here, right? Like that. We're getting to a very mature part of the triangle. We're going to tighten this off the Bollinger Band, so you can see we've been squeezing within the range. That is normal to see. We tend to see that when we're making triangles, that the Bollinger Band started squeezing. That could bring volatility, and with that volatility, we could get price action to go wild. And we're managing to hold on support at 29,894. That's why I haven't closed my position yet. I don't believe we're going to flash crash from here yet. I guess I'm not getting that vibe. I did talk about moving to a downside back here, I think on the 4th or in the 3rd. I can't remember when, and we did move down. But again, we're managing to hold on to this area, which is key. Now with that, low, higher, low, negative, less negative, low on the RSI, higher on the RSI. Nothing bearish, nothing bullish on the 4 hour. Let's go on to the 1 hour, but let me anchor this here on the 4, otherwise it's going to come over to the 1 hour and mess around with us. Someone typed something in the chat, I think. I got to go back and look there. Tighten very quickly. Hope I get a breakout. Yeah, I'm hoping it breaks to the upside as well, man. All right, cool. So I was looking at this on XRP earlier today as I was waking up. As you can tell, I have this up already. I've been hunting XRP because, as you guys know, I have a position open here. And I'm trying to figure out whether or not I'm going to close it. And I'm trying to get a good bounce. I'm going to be taking a hit, right? Because it was my HODL bag. I want to exit it and then try to trade with it. I'm just tired of the HODL experiment. It's just money I have parked there. Over the last 2 years, it's just gone down in value. And then right now it's getting back to my entry level. And it's good. I'm trying to like just exit my XRP position and start trading with it, right? I'm just not gonna HODL, and I'm not gonna have a HODL bag anymore. I got tired of the HODL bag. I could have done much more profit by trading then by hodling, that the experiment's gone, and with that, I want to try to do that. Anyways, high, low, high on their side, lower on their side, right? These all one positive momentum island, so we'll just anchor it there. It's the same. Now we're getting a movement down right on the bearish divergence. Fine, we hit the 20. That's good. We managed to hold on to it. We're trying to decuff, but we're failing. Low, higher, low, negative, less negative, low on their side, higher on their side. Nothing bearish, nothing bullish. Again, the last thing I have is what I traced earlier today in the morning, around 11 or 10 in the morning, right? And getting that move down. We're starting to get that climb, failed to make a higher high. And from there, we rejected, right? We rejected after actually touching 31 cents, or very close to 31 cents, at 30.986 cents. And again, I'm just waiting for XRP to perform. With that said, let's go over and look at Litecoin, man. What is going on with Litecoin? Sitting at $59.90. Again, bearish divergence. Last thing we have, nothing else happening on the daily. Sitting bought at 68.98. I think it's just one of the few coins that actually managed to cool off on the daily. With that said, let's go to the 4 hour because really nothing going on there. High, lower, high, positive, less positive, high on the other side, lower on the other side. Really not a lot going on with Litecoin besides this hidden bullish that we called, that we've been on that small rise. Now, if you want to look at this in some kind of bearish light, should I would take that? Yeah, I'm gonna ignore that wick there. We're doing a sort of a rising wedge, right? And it does usually tend to break to the downside. But I do believe we've been consolidating, upsloping, and that's not healthy. We break down from that. Again, that's it for it on the 4 hour. Sitting neutral at 57.07. As we're going higher, we're also going slightly higher on that RSI. And from the high to new high, we're going from high to low. And the previous highs, we're going higher every time. So again, really nothing happening here. Let's go to the 1 hour. Again, also hunting Litecoin. Not because I was wanting to get a position, just because I was looking at some markets and trying to figure out what was going on. And, I like to see that what I call plays out, right? And as I'm doing stuff on the daily, it's just a way to keep sharp and keep on seeing how accurate I'm being. And I do believe we have a high accuracy rate here as far as getting the movements right. And also sometimes the targets, right? I usually don't like the target. I like to talk about the move more than the actual price that we could go. We do have resistances and supports that we know we're going to hit and try to reject or try to hold on to if we get a movement down. But I usually try to tell you guys where we could go and where we are targeting sometimes in price. And I do believe the accuracy rate is quite high. We actually called a flash crash. I didn't call it flash crash, but I was saying that we were highly overbought right before the flash crash. And we actually ended the stream, and like a couple minutes later, it just flash crashed. Bitcoin J got liquidated. I did go on. I don't like to be that I told you so guy, but I did tell Bitcoin J, dude, I told you I was gonna crash. We haven't gotten any pullback. We're just going higher and higher and higher. We're bound to get a movement down, dude. And we get a wild movement down. A lot of liquidations happening. About $1 billion got liquidated. Flash crash, got bounced. And yeah, that's I kind of knew it was gonna happen, dude. Not a flash crash, a movement down, but just a lot of liquidations because there were so many longs that were open, right? That's why it moved down. Anyways, Litecoin moving down, hitting that 20, getting a bounce, all good, high. So let's see this, man. I think we might have created some bullish here, and might have not seen that on the daily when I was doing this. I was just going with what was more recent. I wanted to get that recent move. So low, lower, low, positive. Sorry, negative, less negative. Low on their side, slightly higher on their side as well. So 42.42, and then we're going to 43.07, right? So low to high. Again, strong bullish price action to the upside, created that bearish, strong bearish, and we started to break down from that. Hit the 20, trying to get a bounce. It looks like we might fail at the bounce, still yet to be determined. We're starting to move down. We could go for a 20 again and try to see if we're going to bounce there. Neutral at 54.99 on the RSI. With that said, let's move on to Binance. Binance on the daily. This managed to pull up again a little bit. We're calling for divergence, man. We did manage to pull up a little bit more. And I think we kind of killed the divergence that we were looking for here on the daily, right? We went slightly higher. So this will be 76.64. We did manage to go to 77. So again, Binance does have an IEO for a DeFi project. And that could be one of the reasons that Binance is getting a lot of traction and is seeing a lot of price action, right? A lot of people are trying to hold on to Binance coins so they can either get into the IEO or they can get rewards from the IEO. Binance does some weird stuff, and it just gets people to massively come and huddle to some Binance. With that said, we're sitting overbought at 72.04. Again, trying to find our ground, right? We did get a movement down, like 2.36%. It wasn't that much. We went from $23, about $1 move, I would say, right? So opening, let's see, 23.30, and we managed to close at 23.75. So it wasn't even that much, like 55 cents. Right now we're starting to get price action to the upside again. Approximately, oh, it is 55 cents. I was there. I was doing math, and it's there. I forget to look at it. Right now we're going up 0.03 cents. Not a lot happening though, right? Let's go to the 4 hour. So in the 4 hour, right, we're looking for this divergence here. We did manage to pump a little bit more. We're going from a 1061 to a 1082, right? So slightly higher. Again, we managed to kill that, and here we're also going higher. So we managed to get rid of the bearish divergence. So this movement down, it just could be from like regular market movement, or maybe something on the 1 hour that we have, right? We could have divergence on the 1 hour, and it's moving us slightly down. We are hitting that 20, trying to hold on to it, and that's fine. Now, I can tell you, though, low, higher low, and we're also getting this probably to play out here. We're getting the price action, right? So, there we go. Right, so potential price action to the upside on hidden bullish. And that's what probably we're getting the bounce here at the 20. With that, let's go to the 1 hour. Again, on the 1 hour, I was looking for divergence, and here we did manage to hold on to it, right? So we're going from a 144 to a 112, right? And with that, again, we could say that we're climbing. And even then, within this island, right, we could then go from here to here, slightly higher, then from here to here, right, going lower, and then on the RSI as well, so from here to here, right. Here we're also having them against the RSI, I believe. So this would be 71.19, and this would be 71.45, so a little bit higher. No, we wouldn't have it against the RSI. I'll get rid of that. But we did have it against the MACD, and here we created it against the RSI and the MACD. Strong bearish divergence, price action to the downside. Started to move down, rejecting the 20, going lower, and with that, we know when that happens, there's a chance we create strong bullish divergence, and we are seeing that price action to the upside. I forgot to anchor stuff here. I'm gonna have to re-anchor. Right, so negative momentum, less negative momentum. We don't have it against the RSI. So with that said, we do have strong bullish divergence developing against the MACD, and a potential for a bounce. Again, we have the hidden bullish on the 4 hour. We have the strong bullish on the 1 hour. With that, we could be getting those bounces, right? And that's what I'm targeting right now. Potential action to the upside. We might test the 20, see if we break it. We do have the strong bullish here, and then the hidden bullish on the 4. So let's see if we manage to go up higher. Now, with that said, let's go and look at Cardano. How has Cardano been playing out, man? Again, we're still within this sort of rising wedge. We managed to break outside of it briefly. We could try to adjust a little bit, right, to account for that. But it's still a rising wedge. Chances that it breaks to the downside. Now, low, higher, low, negative, more negative. So creating hidden bullish. Potential action to the upside. We're getting that. But again, we're bouncing off at the bottom part of the rising wedge. So with that, I don't think there's anything else developing here. This is from a shorter time scale. Probably the 1 hour or the 4. We'll tell once we get there. And I know because it makes no sense where it's at, and that makes no sense where it's at. Now let's go to the 4 hour. Was it this one? No, that's in the 4. It's probably from the 1 hour then. So this, right, going sideways, we're creating some, we're looking for some kind of bullish, strong bearish, or hidden bearish, sorry, because we're going from a high to a lower high. So hidden bearish divergence, price action to the downside. We did manage to move down, and we did call that on the 4th, which was before we, we were probably here on the 4th, or this candle here. We did still manage to move down, hit that 20, as we probably said we would, and try to get a bounce. Again, failing to go higher, starting to come down, high, lower high, positive, less positive, high on the other side, lower. Neutral at 55.54. Let's go to the 1 hour, right? And now all this stuff from the 1 hour is probably what's showing up on the daily. Maybe, I'm not sure. There's something that's showing up on the daily. I'm gonna have to probably fix it at some point in time. Weird. Anyways, we're looking for some kind of hidden bullish here, which of course we kept on tracking, right? So we would have gone there, we would have gone there. Say hidden bullish, potential action to the upside. We've got that rally, failed to go higher. We did manage to come back down, and with that we're creating strong bullish divergence, right? So low, lower low. Just let me make sure this is gonna be on the 1 hour chart. Yeah, it's good. Awesome. So negative, less negative, and against the RSI we are managing to go lower. So again, potential action to the upside. We got that rally coming in. Now we're going slightly higher, and we're creating bearish divergence, right? High, higher, high. Positive momentum, less positive momentum. High on the RSI, lower on the RSI. Potential price action to the downside. We're getting that move down, managing to hit a 20, trying to hold it. We'll see, man. If we manage to hold on to a 20, we could try to go for another pump. Snap. that scared the shit out of me. Sorry, guys. I think something fell outside. Damn. Anyways, sitting neutral at 51.78 on the RSI. With that said, again, Cardano just sideways motion, right? It's really not doing much. If you want to look at this in a more macro way, I guess we could go to the 4 hour and say we're doing a sort of I mean, we're going to have to ignore something, but if you want to look at this as a triangle, right, we're coming here, and then we'll be going like that, maybe. I mean, I'm not sure if that wick I want to use, it's too long. We're going to be looking at sort of triangle, right, symmetrical. That's something that we could be trading within Cardano. So again, just watch out for that, right? We could now be going to the bottom of the triangle if we fell at 20, right? And that bottom could potentially be somewhere around here, like 1359 or somewhere around that area. Again, that is just a possibility. If we manage to break the triangle, though, on a move to the upside, we should be hitting a measure move of the triangle. So from low to high, and we'll take a measure move of that. And we would be potentially targeting. Man, that's not going to show it here, so I want to have to go on the daily probably. Yeah, there we go. It's not going to show there because it's in the 4 hour. I'm going to have to do this, and I hate doing this. We probably could be targeting 18 cents, right? And on a move to downside, if we break the downside right now, we'll take that measure move and place it there. And we'll be looking to target probably 10 cents, right? So those are the moves for Cardano, probably. With that said, I did set DBT, and after that, we'll look at everything else. DBT is sitting at 80 cents, 80 sats. Let's get some indicators out here. Let's get the RSI. Let's get the MACD. You're probably going to why I started to look at this coin. I took investment on this coin. So I have a good sizable position, and I have a vested interest on the coin. I'm not shilling coin. You guys don't have to buy or anything. I just like the project, and I got involved with them, and they're a cool crowd, and that's why I'm doing this, right? And you probably already know that. We've looked at Cardano before I got banned. We had looked at Cardano here before I got banned. That's right. Low, higher, low, negative, less negative, so nothing there. High, yeah, we could say we're making some kind of bearish, right? So we're going from high to new high, right? And I'm just gonna take it from here. And we're going from positive, right, to less positive. Although this new positive momentum island is starting to develop, right? So this could go on developing, it could go on climb, but right now we do have this, and we don't have it against the RSI. We're bought at 64.63. Now, with that said, we have strong bearish divergence. That's about it, though. Again, this could go on developing and manage to go higher. But again, it has been founding. I like this. Look, it came. I'm not gonna be able to get more data here in the 1 hour, but I'll show you on the day once we're on the daily. So with that said, let's go to the 4 hour. High, lower high, positive, less positive, right? There's really nothing there. We didn't have anything here. Low, higher low, negative, more negative. We did call that hidden bullish. We're getting this slight movement up. I'm not sure if we call this one out yet or not, but we'll call it now. Right? I might have been off that day, so you know, hidden bullish, potential action to the upside. We're getting these rises, and that's fine. Now we don't have it against the RSI, and that's okay. We don't have anything bearish building, I believe. So let's see, 54, 67, 56. Yeah, we do have something bearish. Hidden bearish though, right? High, lower high. I point on the RSI to a higher point on the RSI. We don't have it against the MACD because the previous positive momentum island would be this one. Because all comes at zero, right? So yeah, if I have the gauge, I would say from here to here we're going low, and with that, okay, so we do have some hidden bearish, but again, we do have the strong, the hidden bullish before, so you know, there's a chance we could still go up. We have stuff on the 1 hour that could merit that pump. Now let's go to daily. This is what I wanted to show you guys. Look, the project had hit these areas before, but it hadn't sustained these areas before, right? It hadn't sustained like 80 cents, at least not in the short term. Probably a while back when it got in, like in its inception, right? It did, but most of the time it has been trading around the 4 sat area. So 4, you know, around that area. At some point in time, even getting as low as like probably 2. But you know, it did manage to get high, and then you know, right now it's trying to find this new area of support, and it's building support here probably. It's just sideways. It's just moving a little bit sideways, right? If we want to look at this as a triangle, we could go like that, right? And so we're making a sort of triangle pattern that could break either way. Now, that's the only way I would look at this, because I wouldn't look at this as a falling wedge. There's no way. I haven't gotten an anchor point. It would be a broadening wedge at best. And if you want to look at this more short term, you can go from here to here, and then from here to probably there, man. Something like that. And be making still a triangle, right? So again, it could go either way. High, lower, high. Positive, less positive. High on the other side, lower. Now we're making more negative momentum, right? So low, higher, low, and then negative momentum to more negative momentum, right? So some potential for price action to the upside, and we're starting to get that happening for the second day in a row. And I'm kind of happy, because the project is good. It has been listed on a couple places, right? Bitcoin Jake saying there's arbitrage available between from Friday to South Exchange and DVT. Right, cool. I didn't know. Again, I hate the that it showed me the ninja. I hate the Fry exchange, the way it looks. I was looking for a Footy Ninja the other day. My wife wants an air fryer. Why is there arbitrage? Where is this sitting at? It's sitting at 7, I believe. It started trading, so that's good. Oh man, I hate this chart. It's not even provided by TradingView. Again, the exchange looks really, really weird, man. I don't like this exchange that much. 7. Yeah, there's arbitrage for this, right? I agree. So you could buy here at 7 and go back here and sell at 8. Yeah, if you want to be shifting your money back and forth. But that's about it. Now, we did have a request earlier on from one of the viewers. I think it was Anthony. Yeah, oh, sorry, Andrew. Andrew asked for EOS. We'll look at EOS. So, Andrew, I hope you're still with us. Sorry, man, if I dragged on a little bit longer than expected. But, you know, there's stuff that needed to be said, and I think we said it. EOS to $1. Yes, I did have a couple EOS charts open. So, oh, you're still with us. Awesome. So I'll look at EOS now. I'll do EOS. Fuck. When was the last time I looked at EOS, man? I think it was a couple days ago. All right. So on EOS, we didn't really have anything to go on, right? High, higher, high, positive, more positive, high on their side, even higher. We took a tumble there, right, on Bitcoin crash and everything moving down, and we're starting to recover on that, right? So that's good. So we don't have anything bearish. We don't have anything bullish, right? So with that said, we have to move into shorter timescales because we don't have anything on the daily. Let's go to the 4-hour. Here we're looking for some kind of bearish divergence, right? This from the 1 hour, though. Let me get rid of that. Send that to the 1 hour real quick. Again, you know, sometimes I forget to anchor, and it just makes the charts look very messy. And I know because it makes no sense where the lines are at, right? Like that's from the 1 hour for sure, man. There's no that's from the 4. Anyways, we're looking for this move, right? 75.91, 77. So we did manage to go higher. We also came higher here. But I was looking for bearish divergence to develop. We didn't get it. We did get the movement down, though. And we did hit the 20. So with that said, you know, not as called, but it did play out. Now from here to here, we would have been going higher. And look at that, we would have been coming lower here. Not so much on their side, but strong bearish move down. Now low, lower, low, negative, more negative, low on their side, lower. So nothing there. So high, higher, high, positive. Sorry, negative, less negative, low, high. Really nothing happening here. Now we're starting to make positive momentum, right? But it's less than here, so that's fine, right? So high to low, positive to less positive, high to low on their side. And even from here, this previous positive, so high, higher, high, positive, more positives, right? So there's really not a lot happening here on the 4 hour, just the fact that we're managing to hold on to the 20. So with that, let's go to the 1 hour, man. See if we can get a better clue here. Again, this is from the 4. Again, I keep forgetting to anchor. There we go. And there we go, right? Awesome. So let's see, high. Right, so we were at a high. I'll just do this, man. It's just easier to look at whether or not we've gone above or below that line, right? So we're below every time. So we're high to lowers, and that's fine. So let's zoom in. We're going higher. We're coming up high here. We're also going higher here, and that's all good. From then on, we managed to go slightly lower high, right? And we're making something also there. We were high, from high to low, and from high to higher high. All right, cool. We do have something here. So high to low, and then we're going from high to slightly higher high, right? So hidden bearish, but just what matters the most, I guess, is this one here. So going from a low to a higher point. And again, I'm forgetting to anchor, so I'm going to have to do that real quick. Once I've done that once, I just got to fix the previous anchors. with that, we'll be good to go. There we go. Anyways, we're going from high to low, right? With that, some strong bearish price action to downside. We did that move. Now low, higher, low, negative, less negative, low on the other side, higher. Really nothing bullish. We're trying to get a bounce. Now I'm trying to gauge here, right? So we're going slightly higher from here to here. And we're coming in lower from here to here, right? So strong bearish divergence developing for sure. Price action to the downside. We're starting to see that happening. We could get continuation and maybe go for that 20 and try to get a bounce. On that, I was looking for some kind of bullish. Let's look at another chart, see if we have some different data, but I doubt it, right? So low, higher, low, negative, less negative, low on their side, higher on their side. You know, we really don't have anything that goes from there. Band Live Bear. Where does Martin take requests from? Anywhere. You can ask for stuff. You can ask for stuff on. You send me a donation. Awesome. Thanks, bro. I'm not sure, man. It should be going through because it's going through. Oh yeah, I know why it's probably not showing. Did you send fiat? If you sent fiat, it's probably going. I'm connected on YouTube, I think, through my. I'm connected on YouTube through the links that I have on YouTube are for the YouTube stream elements, and right now I'm connected through. Yeah, I'll look at the Hex chart, bro. No worries. You sent Bitcoin. All right. I think Bitcoin should have shown because I did post the link from that I have from Twitch, so it should have shown up. I'm not sure why it didn't show up, but it did come in. Andrew, thanks for that awesome tip right there. Right, Andrew, tip 6. Thanks, bro, for that awesome tip. If it hasn't updated here on the stream, it's shown up there, right? It says donations. It says last donation, Andrew 6, and it also says highest donation, Andrew 6. So there you are. You're twice on the header. Awesome. You're there. So yeah, no fiat. It's good, man. You know, either way, man. Thanks for that awesome tip. Thank you for being here. So let me go through the chat. I also did that donation. Okay, I'll read that one. Bitcoin J can't find HCO's wallet. That's good. Where do I take requests from? I can take requests from anywhere. I'm on Twitch, on DLive, on Periscope, and on YouTube. So you can ask me anywhere. I'll look at Hex. Thoughts? Yes, I'll give you my thoughts. Just give me 1 second. I do have a previous request before that one for Swiss francs to dollars. So let me go and do that one real quick. USD CHF. That one should work. USD to CHF. Again, 0.9. So again, you know, it's on Kraken. Why is it on Kraken? Let's look for another one. CHF USD. Let's see if I can get it the other way around. It's a nice. I like this one. All right. So about $1.09, right? 1.09. So again, just about $1. They're almost even. All right. So first of all, right? You said, do we have a double bottom? I'll look for that in a second. But on the daily, we do have bearish divergence, right? And potential movement down. So that means it could lose value against the dollar. This could come lower and probably go to a 1-to-1. I'm not sure it's going to go to 1-to-1 really quickly. You have to take a big dip for that to happen. I would be worried more about how the dollar is doing on the DXY. And I'll tell you why in a second. Now, the DXY is the dollar against a basket of goods. Where it compares its strength of the dollar to a basket of goods that is made up of the euro, the British pound, the Swiss franc, the Japanese yen, I can't remember which other countries currencies right now, but DXY, it's where you actually measure the strength of the dollar. And last month, the dollar lost more. Let me go on the monthly. The dollar here lost 4% of its value against the basket of currencies. It is the biggest loss it has taken in the last 10 years. So there's no other day that it has lost 10, I think, or 5. Here it says 5, but again, I know it's one of the biggest days in the last couple of years, right? So when I said that this one's 5 over here, I'm not talking short term. This is from September 2003, man. So, you know, that's a while back. So I'm looking at the monthly. That's why it goes by very, very quickly. I know we're used to seeing short time scales, but it hasn't lost that much since, look, even April 2015 was at 3.36 down. So here maybe 450, and right, that would have been about 1st of July 2010. And here in July again on 2020, We're making a 4.03% move, so we haven't really lost that much value on the dollar since then, and that's not good, man. It speaks volumes that the dollar could be losing value against currencies, and because of that reason, there's a chance that the dollar or that the franc could keep on strengthening, and the dollar could go up, and the bearish divergence that we're calling here might not play out. Again, we could get a move down, we could go for the 20 and take a bounce, but there's a chance that the franc keeps on strengthening because the dollar is losing value against that basket of goods, where the franc is also considered, right? Just to take that into account when you if you want to buy francs. I know you mentioned this when you want to look at a double bottom. Trying to gauge what price you want to look at a double bottom at. So GL Torian, I know you said there was a double bottom here, but I don't know what time frame you're saying. Go to the 4 hour, okay? Go to the 4 hour. What time? When on the 4 hour? I mean, I can scan, but yeah, it's gonna take me a while. So if you give me a date, I can look for that. Short term or the 1 hour. All right, I'll go on the 1 hour. Okay, so my chart's being mixed up with the volume. Yeah, I mean, you could kind of say, right, we get the move down, that's fine. This is low, this is much higher. I wouldn't go from here, but on this movement down, right, you could say that you're making a sort of atom, right? That didn't look like an atom, and an Eve here, right? So yeah, I guess you could say you're doing an Adam and Eve double bottom, right? Although atoms usually look a lot sharper, right? They look like an atom. If I wanted to look for an atom, I would look for something like this, right? Very, very sharp here. Very, very nice spike. Here it's a little bit rounded off. You could still say an atom, sorta, and this is an Eve. Eves are rounded off tops, right? Like you carry over a little bit longer. So I would say an atom and Eve. I wouldn't call this necessarily a double bottom. You do have some difference there. I mean, you could call it a double bottom. It is within a range. And certainly from that area, you did tend to get a reversal and then started to go up. So yes, it could be that double bottom that came in. But you did have this over here that would have ruined it. So I would have been looking for a double bottom against this, basically. And I'm not sure if we actually got that something there. But no, it is much higher. I mean, it just depends on how you want to view your charts. Anyways, with that said, we got a request for Hex. Short term, very close. All right, just at the top there. All right, so you're looking for a double top. All right, yeah, I can look at that. All right, it's the same price, slightly higher though. It's just fractions of cents, right, that we're talking. So this would be, let me zoom in a little bit more here. The closing here, 110.37, 110, 4. Yeah, we can call it a double top. It's within that range, right? So yes, this would be a double top, right? It looks like an M, and that could be a reversal pattern. Where's that M? Well, from there to there, and then from there to there, there to there, right? Oh, snap! From there to there, and then from there to there, right? That's usually how it plays out. It's an M top, a double top, however you want to call it. But yeah, it is, dude. And this would look like an atom, right? And this also looks like a sort of atom, right? We could say. So yeah, double top, man. Good eye. I'll call it a double top. I'll give you that one. That's good. So it looks like double atoms. We could be going down, and we have been going down slightly. Rejecting the 20, could potentially be going lower. Again, I usually don't trade a lot of currencies right now, especially not the franc, because it's almost on a one-to-one basis to $1, so it's really not exciting to trade it. I'll be looking for a currency with more volatility if I want to trade something there. With that said, we did get a request from Band Live Bear on the live for Hex. Yeah, we'll look at Hex, man. One of your Hex friends send me this one here once, I guess. No, that's a new site. This one? No, that's for seeds. Someone from Hex sent me a chart once where I could look at Hex. I guess if I type Hex here, it'll show up because I already had it open. So we'll go to this site. Why not look at Hex, right? I think this one, Uniswap. All right, cool. We're looking for a potential movement down. We did get it here on this day. It wasn't too wild, right? But we did get a move down after we called it, and that's fine. Now, if we would have kept on tracking, we would have gone higher, more positive momentum. We would have lost that, right? So that's all good. Here, script to crash. Everyone went down, so nothing to worry there. We don't have to have any technicals for it to go down here. Everyone did it, right? It just happened across the market. But if you want to look for a technical to merit that on the daily, we could say that we're going sideways here, and we're going from a high on the RSI to a lower point, right? And that would be type 2 bearish divergence, potential action to the downside, and we broke down on that, right? But again, if there's no technicals, it's just crypto crash in general. A lot of money flew out of the crypto sphere, so no one was exempt from that. Thanks for looking. Yeah, no problem, man. Just remember, if it's at the top, it's a double top. If it's at the bottom of the chart, it's a double bottom. If it looks like a W, double bottom. If it looks like an M, it's a double top. Just keep that in mind. Because I was hunting for a double bottom, and it was a double top. But yeah, good eye there, man. Neutral on the RSI at 47, right? So how we create negative momentum? Yes, we did create a lot of negative momentum back here. So where do I anchor this one, man? I guess I would have to anchor from here, basically. Do we create positive? No. Alright, so I don't like doing that one. I'm not gonna call it from here, man. Let's see, low, high, low, high. I'm not gonna call anything here on the daily. I'm gonna go to the 4-hour, man. See if we have something there. Alright, so we're looking for this bearish. We did move down, right? We did hit that 20, like we said we would. Took a bounce, right? Move sideways to get a hike. And then a drop that we had that divergence here bearish, right? So high, higher, high, positive, less positive. Again, calling things in retrospect, everyone's a genius, right? It's like, duh, I was there, that's why I played out. But when you come and call them live, it's a whole different story, right? So from here to here, we're doing some bullish, right? So strong bullish there, and we also have it against the RSI, and that's good. Now this is probably gonna go on the 4-hour, on the 1-hour as well. You know, I'll just deal with it once we get there, I guess. I don't think we're gonna look this far back on the 1-hour, anyways. So I'll just start fixing it from here. All right, cool. And from there, all right. So we're coming in lower. So and we're creating some hidden bearish now, right? So high to lower high, and that's probably why we're moving down. We did manage to get above the 20, but not with a lot of strength. And we're going with more negative momentum and also higher on the RSI, right? So hidden bearish, potential action to the downside. Did we have bullish from here to here? Yes, we also have created a strong bullish from here to here, and going from here to here, and we don't have it here on the RSI. We're going lower, but we have hidden strong bullish also against the MACD, right? And we get that rise, but it wasn't too strong. Now, there's two ways this can play out, right? This hidden bearish manages to take hold, and we do move lower, break the 20. Or the strong bullish, which has a lot more strength than this. This usually means continuation, right? The hidden bearish or hidden bullish, all it means is continuation. That we might get continuation to the upside. That's it. This move means continuation to the downside, probably. But, you know, we do have this strong bullish that has a lot more strength to play. So we could be finding an area here of support at the 20 and then try to take a bounce. Now, this is the 4-hour. We'll get better clues on the 1-hour. Now, there's something here. Yeah, on the USD to Swiss franc would be a... We'll look at that just to clarify. But yeah, you are correct. All right, with that, let's go to the 1-hour. We'll look at this. Why not? All right, look at that, right? High to higher, right? And we're going from positive momentum to less positive momentum every time. Even here, right? High, higher, high, positive, less positive. So we're creating bearish divergence. We don't have it against the RSI, right? Just against the MACD, and we're getting that movement down now below the 20. What's going to happen here? Well, we either continue going down, right, and try to create something else, which right now we seem to be creating, right, something in the pattern, and I'll tell you guys that in a second. Or we could start to go for a stalling at this area, which we can. Right, because we're creating a hidden bullish, right? So low, lower, low, negative, less, high, higher, high, negative momentum, more negative momentum. So with that, we could find stalling at this area, try to rally. We could try to hit that 20 again, and we could potentially fail and then go lower and then try to create some kind of divergence again. Or we manage to get above that 20 and then we try to use it as a support and bounce. Right now, again, crypto's just moving sideways for the most part. We're really not getting any kind of determination. This looks a little bit downsloping overall. And just short term, though, a little bit upsloping towards the end. But I wouldn't be too worried about this right now. It did take a hit, right, from like 0.006 cents all the way to 0.004. So it lost like 33% of its value. It's not that good, man. And again, that's on Crypto Crash. And it's just one of the small projects, so it's a little bit more volatile. Now, with that said, I do hope you are able to see everything. I do know I have the screen cut off at some point, so you're not seeing the full screen that I'm sharing. I think it cuts off somewhere around here, so here you cannot see the mouse or the cursor, but once I go here, you can see the cursor again. So I hope I was able to do the analysis within the range or the scope that you guys were able to see everything. Anyways, with that said, right now we're looking to determine whether or not we're going to hold here. So again, if we do manage to go lower, we could still go lower. We could go make more negative momentum, and we'll still be creating that hidden bullish, right? But again, we could start looking for some stability here at this area before we try to go for a new potential run or a new potential pump, right? With that said, let's go over and look at the dollar to the franc, right? So you were saying this one would be the opposite. Yes, but look, the fact that this chart looks very messy doesn't really allow me to see it. So I'll look for another dollar to franc. Probably Onda might have a better chart, I guess, or Forex.com might do better, actually. All right, cool. So yeah, you're correct, right? Your double bottom your double top there becomes your double bottom. We're going from 0. Where was this closing at? 905, and this is 905, right? So we're still within that same cent area. And yes, that would be a double bottom for sure, right? So we're looking for that to burst through the upside. So that means the dollar should be gaining strength against the franc. You know, that's the move that we were expecting to see, right? I mean, not as sharp, right? But that's the just general direction that we want to go. And yes, that is a W, and that's a double bottom. That's a good call there, dude. And you're right. If I was looking at this chart, you would have been right. But since I was looking at the other chart, it was off, right? But you're still right. It's there. Now, Bitcoin. Where's Bitcoin at right now? 11,826. Have we managed to do something else right now on the past hour? Doubtful. Moving down, going for the 20. XRP, 30 cents. Still making positive, right? Price action on the daily, 0.19. Ethereum still positive at 0.12%. Litecoin, everyone's doing positive right now. Litecoin, 0.73%. EOS, 1.20%. I think that's one that's getting the most. Binance is losing, Cardano's losing, and then the rest of the other cryptos that we looked at, they're okay on the daily. Bitcoin had a great day. Yeah, it was okay. Right? Nothing to write home about. Right? Had a great day 2 days ago on the 5th. Yesterday was just kind of bland, right? We're looking for that indecision. So again, spinning top. Where's the spinning top go? Usually a candle after determines where the spinning top's going to go. So spinning top, it's going to fall somewhere, right? A spinning top stops sometime. So when the spinning top stops, you look at the next candle, and if the next candle's green, that means the trend could be continuation and positive. If the candle's red, it could be the continuation, could be negative. It's usually how it works with spinning tops, but again, it's not 100% surefire way to look at this. So what else? Do you guys have anything else you want to look at, man? Awesome, dude. I'm so glad that we're back on YouTube. Interesting. Spinning top is what yesterday was. Yes. Let me see if there's a picture here. They are showing spinning tops here. It's going to be hard to see, right? Spinning top, spinning top, spinning top, spinning top. And what was I telling you about what follows, right? We had a red candle follow. We go down. Spinning top. This should have been a green candle, but I think we might have gapped down, so we did manage to pump up a little bit. Spinning top, red candle, we go down. Spinning top, red candle, we go down. That's usually how spinning tops work. I'm trying to get out of here. There we go. But you can go in Investopedia and look up spinning top, and it'll tell you how it plays out. And spinning tops are symmetrical with upper and lower shadows of approximately equal length. The real body should be small, showing little difference between the open and the closing prices. Seen buyers and sellers both push the price, but couldn't maintain it, right? That's how we know it's a spinning top. And again, look at that, right? Top wick and the bottom wick are more or less the same length. How would I know that, or how would I measure that? Basically, there's a simple way to measure. You just go there, and you grab that, and move it down, and then you take a measure. The other way is if you measure here. Percentages could be off, right? Because to the upside, percentages measure differently, but you look at the movements. You would look at 173. That's the actual move that it made. 161 maybe, and then you would take a measure move to the bottom, and you would go from here to here, and you would look, it's 175. So we did 171 to the top, 175 to the bottom, more or less equally, right? And the body is very short with almost no body to the candle. This would also be a spinning top here. Right, we continuation to the upside, so we're now spinning top and continuation to the upside. This is a spinning top also. Although this is not quite a good looking spinning top, it does have a lower wick to the upside. But anything like that looks like that is a spinning top, right? This would be a spinning top here. Or I would consider this a spinning top, even though the top is shorter. You know, you just want them to be equal length, more or less. But again, go on Investopedia, you'll find information there, and it's good. Can I look at Bitcoin Cash? That's what I was saying. I had a great day. Ha, see, interesting. You said Bitcoin Cash. Sorry, bro. I misunderstood. I thought you said Bitcoin had a great day. Bitcoin Cash. Yes, I'll look at that, man. No problems. Band Light Bear. Yeah, no problem, bro. I'm glad I was able to assist you with that by looking at the live. Thanks, Bitcoin Cash. Had a great day. Bitcoin Cash. Do the dollar. Interesting spinning top. Yes. All right, cool. Yes, Bitcoin Cash. Let's go there. I do have Bitcoin Cash open. Just let me find it here. Because I do have a couple of Bitcoin Cash charts open. I can't remember which one's a good one. Because one of them really sucks and the other one's really good. So, Benny, I'm not sure if you're still with us, brother, but if you're still with us, I know you're following a couple coins. Let me know which project, and I'll look at it. Dusk bumped a lot yesterday, and I know you were into Dusk. I'm not sure if you were still holding Dusk, but we went up some insane percent, and if you were holding it, I hope you were able to close your position. Bitcoin Cash to the dollar. We've looked at this chart before. We looked at this chart on July the 28th, so it should have some recent stuff. Yes, it's going up right now, $10, 3.34% right now, going up 4.90%. High, lower, high, positive, less positive, high on their side, lower on their side. All things good and congruent. Same crash that we saw across crypto, holding on to a 20, taking a bounce, expanded on the Bollinger Bands. Nothing there. Bought at 68.54, so let's go to the 4 hour. All right, on the 4 hour, dude, we created strong bearish divergence before the crash, right? So that would have been a key indicator of the movement down. And we had this across the markets, and I told you guys we're going to get a flash, not a flash crash, but a crash. Because we haven't gotten any legit putback on the coins, and that, look at that, right? Lo and behold, insane move down. Now, negative, more negative, right? As we're going lower, that's fine. Now, low, higher, low, negative, less negative, right? All things good and congruent. Low, higher, low, negative, less negative, low on their side, higher on their side. All things there, man. High, lower, high. Okay, we do have some very, very short-term divergence here, right? This is the 4 hour also. We're going from there to there, right? Just against the RSI, not against the MACD. Strong bearish potential actually to the downside. We're starting to see that happening right now. Bought at 63.55 on the RSI. Let's go to the 1 hour. There's really not a lot happening here. On the 1 hour, we do have that strong bearish divergence. It's more noticeable, and it's a bigger chance it will play out because we have it on the 4 hour and on the 1 hour. So we now have congruent data on two charts. That would mean that it's a bigger chance that our call will play out. So in here we even have it against the RSI. Again, moving down, we're starting to get it. We could be targeting the 20 right now. That 20 is at 309, but as we keep on moving down within the next couple hours, that 20 will keep on increasing. So again, just say we're targeting the 20 because I don't know where the 20 is going to be by the time we hit it. That's why I don't give you a price right now, right? For the 20, the 20 keeps on changing because the previous 20 periods, it's the average of the previous 20 periods. So that's why it keeps on moving up. Now with that said, let's see what we do. So low again, more negative momentum, lower. That's all good. Really nothing here. On the 1 hour, right? Did I anchor this to the 1 hour? Yes, it's all good. So again, that bearish divergence is there. Potential moving down, incoming, and that's about it. So low, higher, low, negative, less negative, low on the other side, higher. There's really nothing else. With that, I think we've done Bitcoin Cash in a flash. If you guys want me to move slowly through something, let me know. I know I speak fast, and I know sometimes I go fast, but there's just sometimes, you know, when there's really nothing, I'm not gonna waste time, and when there's something, we'll call it, and that's it. We'll move on to the next thing. But if you want me to explain a little bit more on something, or just go a little bit more in depth, let me know, and we'll definitely look at it, right? I know I talk fast, and I know I move fast. But, you know, sometimes when you're trading, you have to convey ideas fast because the actions need to be taken at that time. No, I like how much information you fit in a small time frame. Yeah, no problem, man. Right now, we've been live for a long time, though. An hour and 28 minutes. I'm super tired. Do you guys have any other requests? So I'm thinking about calling it a night. That's what there was no news tonight. I was still working. I still gotta finish some stuff for work, and then tomorrow I still have to do stuff, man. Freaking, like, we're working the budget for 2021 already, so we're doing numbers for revenues and local contributions, or basically how much you end up taking after taxes and then expenses and everything. Right, so your actual utility you're gonna generate on the company. And now we have to, like, we already did the numbers part. Now we have to start doing the plan, right? Like, what are we gonna do to implement that? Who's our competition? SWOT analysis, all this other stuff that just, freaking hell, man. And we have to turn it in by Tuesday, so I'm gonna be probably having a very, very heavy weekend also. With that said, I'm glad I have work, because a lot of people aren't out of work right now, and I don't want to sound like I'm a dick or anything, but I'm grateful that I have work, and if it's heavy, so what? Error, please use a keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. I'm getting an error here. I'm not sure where the error is coming from. It bothers me because I'm not sure where. Audio bitrate, video bitrate, 2500 kbps. I'm not sure, man. I'll have to check. I'm getting an error somewhere. And it tells me that the keyframe frequency is 4 seconds or less. And current keyframes are not being sent often enough. So I might be having delay on the video. I'm not sure. Please use keyframe frequency. The current keyframe frequency is 8.2 seconds. Note that ingestion errors can occur. Can cause incorrect GOP, group of picture size. So I guess I'm ingesting frames. I think I'm going to get bloated on that. Guys, thanks for being here, man. We do have a couple of people tuned in. Thank you all for being here. I'm not sure who's watching still. It does tell me 8 in general, and I have to go through every chat. We have 5 on YouTube, and that's awesome. Thank you guys for being here. We do have Prepenses Houghton joined on Twitch, Periscope. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. On D Live, I'm not sure who's on D Live. Bind Light Bear donated a lemon. Thank you, man. Thanks for that awesome lemon. I'm not sure when you sent it, but thanks if you're still with us. Awesome for that lemon. Thank you very much. And if I didn't see it, it's just because it's not showing up on the chat. And with that said, let's see. Twitch, we have 2 people. And I know Jill Tarn's one of them, probably, because he's still chatting. So, thank you for being here. So I'm not going to turn these over to anyone right now. I'm just going to be calling it a stream for tonight. Thank you guys for the awesome donations. I'm not sure why that other donation that came in didn't show up, but thank you, Andrew, for that awesome donation. And with that said, I'm gonna sign off for today, guys. I'll catch you tomorrow for another edition of State of Crypto. Again, guys, it's a pleasure being here with you guys tonight on this awesome Thursday night. I'll catch you tomorrow for another edition of State of Crypto. Like I said, same time, 10 p.m. Eastern. If I cannot make it, I'll put it on the Discord and I'll try to convey it on YouTube, because I'm not sure if I'm gonna be here. It's gonna be I do have work that I gotta do. I'm hoping I'm gonna be here, but it's just gonna depend on how much stuff we're gonna get through to tomorrow. We do want to have a weekend, and we don't want to be working through the weekend, so tomorrow's gonna be probably a very hectic day at the office, home office. So with that said, guys, again, thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me on YouTube. Thank you for coming back for this awesome stream. We did have a lot of people show up today on YouTube. I know we at least had 16 playbacks, and at the most, we had 8 people at the same time on the video. Thank you guys for being here. You guys are amazing. Thank you for your patronage to this channel, and I'll catch you tomorrow for another edition of The State of Crypto. Until then.
Warning.